go. Ooh, that's a good fish right there. Good morning, just coming to you stream side here in North Carolina. Got a pretty cold winter-like morning here in the water. It started off in the 20s this morning, but I think it should end up being a decently pretty day today. We're gonna actually do something a little bit different, go after some delayed harvest fish today. So we're standing next to one of my favorite delayed harvest trout streams, and honestly, I've been chasing wild trout since about this time last year, and that's where my heart is most of the time. I just really like chasing wild fish and native fish, and honestly just getting on exploring places that a lot of people just don't get to see, and that's part of what I love doing, and mainly where I spend most of my time. But it is really fun to come fish some of these delayed harvest streams, and honestly thankful to even be able to do that this year, because there were some question marks around after Hurricane Helene hit as to whether the stocking programs would happen at all. So thankful that's been able to happen. We're here early mid-December. It's pretty cold. We should be on like pretty much wintertime patterns. Probably gonna use my 3-weight 10-foot rod. We're gonna try to get our flies down low. This stream really lends itself to I don't know, this kind of fishing, especially this time of year. There's a lot of longer, slow runs that these fish hopefully should be starting to kind of stack up in. And so we'll spend a lot of our time there. We'll still fish some pocket water and stuff, but we'll spend a lot of time on these longer, slower runs and pools, and just see what we can pull out. So I'm excited for a good day on the water. Can't wait to see what we get into. Sun, hopefully get down here on the water here soon and warm things up a bit. But we're gonna see what we can make happen. I think we gotta add some split shot. That ain't getting down fast enough. Alright, so we got a pretty heavy like tungsten bead on the bottom, but this is a pretty deep hole. And this is it is not uncommon to need a little bit of split shot. So we're gonna throw some split shot on the bottom here. See if we can't get something to happen. Just get down a little bit, because I'm not really even ticking the bottom, I don't believe. So we're gonna add some split shot. See if that don't make the difference. Fishing with a tungsten head mop on the bottom that I tie a little tan mop, a little smaller. I tie them a little smaller than the ones you buy normally. And then just above it's gonna be a little olive Frenchie, just something pretty small to ride just right above it. So we're gonna try adding just a piece of split shot here. See if we can get down deeper, because that's a pretty deep little run there. See if it helps our calls a little bit. I think it should help drastically. There we go. Got it down that time. Oh, came off. Oh, and got a rat's nest where it popped back. Let's try to preserve my leader here if I can. Missed about 3 fish in a row in there. Ah. There, finally. Let's see if we can keep this one on. Man. Like I missed about 3 in there. Like last 3 casts, they'd hit it and either couldn't get them to stay on, or there we go. It worked for that a little bit. Still on the first hole, but man, just missed a few right off the bat there. Just had a hard time keeping them on. So glad to have one for the net. A pretty little rainbow. Look at that in the sunlight. There we go. There's another one. Just had to get my drift right. There we go. So we can get you up here, we can get you the net, bud. It's like another rainbow. Oh. I found my net back here. There we go. Lost my net there for a second. Alright, let's get you up here. Oh, there we go. Nice, another little bow. That one's a little bit bigger. Nice little stalker. Let's see what he took. The Frenchie as well. Let's get up here in the light. We all can see him. Alright, now things are starting to turn around. See if we can get down here and get your little hook off. And our hook already popped off. Get that out. Nice, get that out of there so we don't get tangled up. Pretty fish. Show him off here. Alright, switched out. Had a little tan mop on the bottom that normally probably say fly on a delayed harvest stream. Nothing really is interested in that yet. So really, so far the little olive Frenchie with a little tiny flash of orange at the bottom has been really the ticket. So we're gonna see if we can pull another one out before we move on up. Now we've changed flies out. If not, we'll move on up. There we go. Nice. You guys putting up a little better fight. He does not want to come in. Another bow, but he's a fun one. Hey, that's a little bigger fish. Number 3 of that hole. Nice. Get over here in the light. Set her pole down. We'll get her hands wet. Let's see. See what we got here. He took again the little Frenchie. It looks like. Get you off there, bud. That's a bigger fish. And let him go. Bye-bye. Nice. He smashed it. Let's go get another one. Get to contend with the leaves on the bottom. So having to clean our flies out a lot. But switched out to a little pink ecstasy egg and still got my trusty olive Frenchie up top. So we're gonna keep trying them here. We'll probably move up, fish this hole for just a second and move on up. Spend more time on the, oh, missed one. Like I'm also hung on a leaf. Spend a little bit of time on some of these little shorter, smaller runs, but then the goal is to spend more time on the deeper pools and runs. So we're gonna cast a few here, we'll move on up. Just make sure we're covering a lot of water. There we go. Ooh, that's a good fish right there. Don't let him go down the hill. Don't let him go down the. Keep him up here. Keep him up here, not down the. Gotta keep him from going over the falls. Turn this way, bud. He's barely hooked. Barely hooked. Let me find that net. That is a good fish if I can get him in here. Yeah, man. Woo! Won't fall in. Wow, what pretty colors. Man, he came from the small water. Just had to fight him kind of hard because the water is really high today, and he was going to go down the falls that sit right there. We might have had a hard time getting him in, so I fought him kind of hard and hossed him a little bit, just keep him up out of the falls. But It's a good fish. Let me see if we can hold it. I thought it was a brown at first when it rolled, but it's a pretty fish, a slab of a fish. Not super long, but my goodness, it's makes up for it in thickness, I would say. There we go. Getting not far out there in front of me. Come on up, bud. Come on up out of that hole. Nice. We took the egg. The second one on the egg. Got that bigger fish, and then this little one. We'll pop you off. That should keep this right off. There we are. They're pretty rainbow, a stalker. Whoop. Oh, come on. Don't get me all tangled. Oh, he popped off and it is gone. Oh, guy. A wild rainbow. There he goes. Count him though. Tiny, but still a trout. Oop. Got me wrapped up, didn't he? There we go. He just barely bumped that, man. Almost missed that one. Oh, man. He barely took that. Look, I even got to set the hook on him. So we had that little rainbow, and we had the one that I missed a second ago. Got him, hung him, and then got him part of the way in, popped off. So there is action in this hole. Just haven't been able to actually get one in. There we go. Man, he barely took that. Oh, he's not happy. He's not a happy fish. He barely took that, man. Get on the reel here. Actually, I'd probably pop him in here. Not a big fish by any means. Probably pretty though. Pretty bow. That pretty bow took the egg. I lost my little ecstasy fly. Well, the fish popped it off and had to go to one that I didn't tie, so I missed my little egg that they were hitting. But pretty fish nonetheless. Happy to have another one. We'll let him get back to the water, wet our hands, and get him back quick. There he is. He's floppy. Another one on the egg. So egg, so far everything's been egg and little olive Frenchie. Whoop. Bye-bye. There we go. Just saw it twitch there. Kind of paused just for a second. Nice. It's another little fish, another little bow. Oh, if I can get him over here. Oh. There we go. He rolled out there for a second. Another little bow on the egg. Nice. Let's see if we can get that off. So another really subtle bite there, but just paused and went ahead and set the hook to be safe, and there he was. Oh, wow. That is pretty. Now, question is, can I pull a fish out of there? That's gorgeous though. Sneak back here and just look at the back end of this hole and see if we can see anything. Water's way high. Used to you could get in. You actually get in and stand right here to fish. It looks like this bank's also been carved out a little bit. Might have been some of the storms of the fall. So this hole is going to fish probably different. Don't see much toward the back end of this hole. Just lots and lots and lots of debris coming down through here. So, and also makes sense because it should be holding pretty deep. So normally this hole is, you can fish, this rock ledge comes all the way to the bottom, and usually they'll sit just on the edge of the rock face and kind of, or on some of the edge of this gravel here, and then kick out to feed. So probably ease up and kind of fish from the tail end up, and yeah, see if we can pull one out. Anything here a little bit with this hole, we'll probably go back to an egg or something a little brighter. Yeah. What that sound was. There we go. There's a fish. Nice. I got a decent little stalker, little bow. Nice. See if we can get you up here. There we go. Nice. Let's see what he took. I believe he took the little olive Frenchie on top. Yeah. Let's see if we can pop you off here. All right. Get you out of there. Pretty fish though. Maybe stopped. They're still pretty. Still fun to catch. Oh, poke myself on my hook. Fingers bleeding. All right. Alright, just getting back up the road, kind of making the walk back to the truck, but all in all, glad I came today. Ended up being a pretty decent day on the water. Caught a decent amount of fish, especially for the time of year it is, and we've had a sudden kind of temperature drop the last few days. So having said all that, I'm very pleased with the amount of fish we were able to bring to the net today. Flies of the day would have been the pink egg, which probably common successful fly this time of year, especially with the stalkers. Honestly, with any fish this time of year. And the other one would have been the small little olive Frenchie. So they really liked it. A lot of times this year with the nymphs, I'll try to go a little smaller. That's what I try to do with that, and that seemed to be the ticket. So all in all, had a good day. Tried a couple other things, didn't really get much going when I tried some other flies, so we just kind of stuck with that. So fun day on the river. We'll look forward to bringing some more videos and getting out on the water this winter. Winter's honestly one of my favorite times to get out and explore. I like to get out and explore new streams. It's just a good time to get out and be on the water when nobody else wants to be. So a lot to be said. You can have some amazing fishing days in the winter. So y'all get out there when you can. Otherwise, we'll keep bringing you some new videos hopefully through the winter. Y'all stay with us. If you hadn't subscribed, think about subscribing. Like it, all that good stuff. We'll see you on the next one.